So lots of discussion about this highly personal debate, and I appreciate it. And I am under no illusion that standing on this bill will necessarily change anyone's mind, but I won't be here much longer. And I feel the need this one time to share why this bill is so important to me personally, and as a Planned Parenthood alumni and NARAL alumni also need to rise. So I rise for two reasons. First, to say thank you. Thank you to the women and the men who came before me, who recognized my right to choose my own health care, to consult with my own doctor about my own body. It would never have occurred to me when I was growing up that in 2022, I would need to be fearful that my daughter would have fewer rights over her body than I've had over mine. Like many of you in my generation, I watched Dirty Dancing a lot in high school. And it seemed so long ago back then, so long ago. Unbelievable to me that a woman would be forced to seek healthcare services in a back alley and almost die from it. It just felt unfathomable. And yet, we might find ourselves there again at some point soon in this country. My second reason for rising is to discuss pregnancy as a choice. I found myself in a healthcare suite at my college one night in the fall of 1998, terrified and in pain after being raped by my classmate. I can picture the bed, I can see the suite, I can remember the showers that I took trying to rub everything off that had happened to me. But all I could think about, and I still remember it, is what I would do if I were pregnant. I didn't know. I didn't know what I would do. I was raised Catholic, I was pro-choice, but I wasn't sure personally what decision I would make. And I didn't know if I was pregnant. But I did know, as I laid in that bed, that the choice was mine. What happened to my body that night was not my choice. But the choice of what was going to happen to my body in the future was my choice. It was not the choice of my rapist. It was not the choice of my parents. It was my choice. I am grateful, so grateful to the women and the leaders who came before me to make sure that I had that choice. And I'm grateful to the people and the women and the men leaders here today who want to make sure that every woman in Maryland has that choice. Not just the women who can afford it, but all of us. Women in this state, no matter their outcome, their income, deserve that same choice, that right. It can be a blessing to be pregnant. It is a blessing when you choose to be pregnant. I have two wonderful children who I chose to have at the time that was right for me and my husband. I'm grateful to live in a state that respects my humanity enough to recognize that I should have a choice over my healthcare decisions, whether I can afford it or not. And I encourage the body to vote for HB 937. Thank you.
Madam Speaker.